Hello students, welcome to CAT by Supergrads. Today I'm going to discuss few arithmetic problems, very interesting arithmetic problems for XAT exam. Now we already know that 25% to 30% questions in XAT are from arithmetic, and even if you check the last year questions, arithmetic questions were a booster, big booster for your XAT quant percentile. So if you are able to understand the question, then you should be having no problem solving those questions. In algebra, in geometry, questions could be lengthy or tricky, but in arithmetic, there are not many concepts that we need to learn, and we can solve them easily after knowing few basic concept of percentages, profit and loss, averages, time, speed, and distance. That's it. Every chapter has one particular formula. That's it. So let's start with our first question. If you want, you can try it on your own. Now, let's discuss this. It says Ramesh bought a total of six fruits, apples and oranges from the market. He found that he required one orange less to extract the same quantity of juice as extracted from apples. If Ramesh had purchased the same number of apples and oranges to make the blend, then which of the following correctly represent the percentage of apple juice in the blend? So what do we know? That total number of fruits purchased by Ramesh is 6, but number of oranges required to produce the same juice as apples requires one less. So basically, what could be the possibilities of number of apples and number of oranges? So number of apples must be more than one because then number of oranges, one less orange is required. So we cannot take this as one. If we take this as two, this will be one. Then total number of oranges will be two. Two plus two will be four oranges, which is not possible because six has been given. In this case, the juice amount extracted from two apples will be equal to juice amount extracted from one orange, one less. So total number of oranges will be one more, so two. If I take total number of apples, three, and number of oranges required to extract same number of juice as three apple will be two, then number of oranges purchased will be three. Now in that case, we can say that juice extracted by two oranges will be equal to juice extracted by three apples. So total number of fruits, now we are getting 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. So now we know total number of oranges is 6. Now it says if Ramesh had purchased the same number of apples and oranges, which we have which the case that we have after this calculation, oranges to make the blend, then which of the following correctly represent the percentage of apple juice in the blend? So what do we have? We have three apples and we have three oranges, right? Now let's say the juice amount extracted from three apple is X. If this is X, can we say juice amount extracted from two oranges will also be X? But one orange is left. So from there, we are getting 0.5x. So total amount of juice will be equal to 2.5x. Now it says percentage of apple juice in the blend. Apple juice is X and total juice is 2.5x into 100. This is 40 times XX cancelled out. Now we are getting 40%. So if we check the answer, none of the above is correct. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Next is a very interesting question. It says 70% of the students who joined XLRI last year play football. 75% play cricket, 80% play basketball, and 85% play carom. The minimum percentage of students who play all four games is. So we have particular games and the percentage of students who are playing those games, right? So if we say that number of students who are playing cricket, or let's start with football, number of students who are playing football, let's say total is 100, then this will be 70. Number of students who are playing cricket will be 75. Number of students who are playing basketball will be equal to 80, and number of students who are playing carom will be equal to 85. What we need to minimize is maximum, not maximum, minimum number of students who are playing all of these four games. So what do we need to do? If I want to minimize number of students who play all four games, then we will have to maximize the number of students who are not playing any one of the particular games. Can we say number of students who are not playing football will be 30 here. Number of students who are not playing cricket, this is cricket and this is carom, not playing cricket will be 25. Number of students who are not playing basketball will be exactly 20. And number of students who are not playing carom will be equal to 50. Now, I want to minimize the number of students who are not playing, who are playing all four games. So what we can do, these are number of students who are not playing one of the particular games. Now, if there is no student common in these groups, can we say the total here will be equal to 55 plus 35, it's 90. So out of 100, there are 90 students who are not playing at least one of the game, right? These are non-playing students. So 90 students are not playing at least one of the students. So how many students now must be playing all four games? Can we say this is nothing but 100 minus 90, which is equal to 10. So 10 students must be playing, minimum 10 students must be playing all four games. So our answer is option B, which is 10%. There is no requirement to make big equation or assuming some maximum minimum. This is a straightforward question. This type of question has been asked multiple times with four groups or six group or five groups in various competitive exams. Now, next question, a very interesting question based on little bit average. In this question, it says Professor Suman takes a number of quizzes for a course. All the quizzes are out of 100. Maximum marks is 100. A student can get an A grade in the course if the average of her scores is more than or equal to 90. Grade B is awarded to a student if the average of her scores is between 87 to 89. So it's included. So you are getting A if your average is greater than equal to 90. You are getting B if your average is from 87 to 89. And if the average is below 87, then you are getting C. You are getting C if it is below 87. Now say the student gets a C grade. Then it says Ramesh is preparing for the last quiz. Okay, so he have already done with the rest of the quiz. He is left with last quiz, and he realizes that he must score a minimum of 97 to get an A grade. After the quiz, he realizes that he will score 70 and he will just manage a B. Just manage a B means he is getting his average as 87. He expected that if he get 97, he can get A grade, means minimum of 97. So his average will be 90. Now after the quiz, he realizes that he will score 70 and he will just manage a B. How many quizzes did Professor Suman take? Professor Suman, how many quizzes? So we can see that for total number of quizzes is n. So for n minus 1 quizzes, we can say average. Let's take average is equal to A. Okay. His average marks was A. So what will happen? Total will become n minus 1A plus 97. If we had 97, the score in the last quiz is 97 divided by total number of quiz, which is n. This will be equal to, he will get A grade, just he will get A grade. So this is 90. In the second equation, n minus 1A will be the total till before last quiz, and now he is getting 70, and his average will be equal to, he will just get B, so he is getting 87, right? What we can do here, we can simply subtract these two. What are we getting? Let's see. We are getting 97 minus 70 upon n will be equal to, this is 20, this is 3. 90 minus 87 is 3. So we can say 3n is equal to 27, or n is equal to 9. The number of quizzes Professor Suman took was 9. Option D is correct. Now, we don't need to do much in this question. This question could be solved very easily, like in 10 to 15 seconds. You can see that the change in average, okay, the change in final average is from 90 to 87. The change is 3, right? Change is 3. And why is that change? Because he is getting from 97 to 70. So because of the difference of 27, the change in average is 3. Because of change in 27, because in total change in total is 27, the average is changing by 3. So 27 by 3, number of quizzes should be 9 straight away. But you can realize that from here also. As you can see, this will be cancelled out, this will be cancelled out, and we are getting n is equal to 9. Next question is based on profit and loss. Now it says the maximum retail price of a product is 55% above its manufacturing cost. The product is sold through a retailer who earns 23% profit on his purchase price. What is the profit percentage expressed in nearest integer for the manufacturer who sells his product to the retailer? The retailer gives 10% discount on MRP. So basically what we can do, we have the manufacturer, then we have the retailer, and then we have the customer. Okay, what we can do, we simply know, we can take, if this is 100, okay, manufacturer, the cost price of manufacturer is 100, so he is selling it at X% profit, so this will become 100 plus X. And this guy is selling it on 23% profit, so the cost price of the customer will be 1.3 100 plus X. Or we can simply say that this will be the selling price for the retailer. Now, what is the price at which this retailer is saying? He is giving 10% discount on MRP. What's the MRP? MRP is given, which is 155, 55%. So we can say this is his selling price. So 100 into 100 plus X into 1.23 will be equal to, this is our selling price. In other way, we can also achieve selling price. SP is equal to MP into 1 minus D%. This is also we can achieve selling price. This is why 1.23? This is multiplication factor. 20% profit, 23% profit. If cost price is 100, selling price will be 123. So 1.23 times. Here the cost price of the retailer or the selling price of the manufacturer is 100 plus X. Retailer is taking 23% profit on his cost price. So his selling price will become this. And again, we can achieve the selling price by using MRP and the discount percentage. MRP is 155. Discount percentage is 10%. So we can write it 9 by 10. Why 9 by 10? Because 10% discount. 1 minus 10 by 100 is equal to 90 by 100, which we can write 9 by 10. So MP into 9 by 10. From there, we can find 100 plus X will be equal to 155 into 9 upon 10 into 1.23. 1.23. Now we can remove the decimal here. We get 900. This is cancelled out. 30 into 3 is 90. This is 41 times. What are we getting here? So 155, 450 is 465. 4650 divided by 41. Or we can find out X will be equal to, so take 100 minus those side. So this will be 550. This will be 4650 minus 4100 divided by 41, which is equal to, X is equal to 550 divided by 41, which if you convert into percentage, as this is nothing but the percentage, so this will be equal to 1 time 41, 1403 times 123. Now we are left with 30, so 320. So this is something 123. So 41, 140, so 170. So this value will be something 13.4% approx. Which of the option? It says expressed in nearest integer. Definitely the nearest integer will be 13%. So our answer is option T. काफी ज्यादा राउंड ऑफ यहाँ पे किया गया है, but we will have to follow the instruction. If it says nearest integer, so the nearest integer is 13%. Clear? Next question is again very interesting question based on average mixture and alligation. It says product M is produced by mixing chemical X and chemical Y in the ratio 5:4. Chemical X is prepared by mixing two raw materials A and B in the ratio of 1:3. A and B in the ratio of 1:3. Chemical Y is prepared by mixing raw materials B and C in the ratio of 2:1. Then the final mixture is prepared by mixing 864 units of product M with water. So the final mixture is prepared by mixing 864 units of product M. Now we don't know the volume of water. Let's see if the concentration of raw material B in the final mixture is 50%. How much water had been added to product M? This is what we need to find. Now let's say what we can say in M, not in M, in X. Can we say the ratio of A is to B? So A upon X is nothing but, this is A is to B is 1/3. This will be 1/4. And B upon X will be 3/4. Also, in Y, we can say B, the ratio of B with respect to whole Y, so B upon Y will be equal to, B and C are in the ratio of 2:1, so this will be 2/3, and C upon Y will be equal to 1/3. Now X and Y are being mixed into 4:1 ratio. X is to Y is equal to 5:4 ratio. These two are being mixed in 5:4 ratio. So what will be the ratio of B in this one? Can we say B upon X plus Y will be equal to Here B is 3 by 4. So 5 into 3 by 4 plus here 2 by 3. So 4 into 2 by 3 divided by 5 by 4. This gives us, this is 15 into 3, 45 and 32. So this will be 77. 12 into 9, 108. So B upon M, basically X and Y, basically we are taking 4 unit of X, 5 unit of Y. So B upon M, now we are getting M. So B upon M is 108, then B will be 77. Now it says final mixture is prepared by mixing 864 units. If you are taking 864 units, so B, amount of B in 864 units of M will be equal to 864 into 77 divided by 108. This is cancelled out 8 times. This will be equal to 560 plus 56, so 616 unit. Now, quantity of B in this mixture is 616 units. Can we say milk, M plus water will be equal to, now this is 50%. B is 50%. So total this must be, if this is 50%, so M plus water must be double of this, which is 1232 units. So M is 864 units, M plus water is 1232 units. We can very simply find the water quantity, which is equal to 1232 minus 864. So this is 8 times, this is 6 times, this is 3 times. So 368 units, which is option B. A little bit calculative, but if you have method clear in your mind, then it won't take more than 2 minutes even with these calculations. But the approach is very, very important. It's very easy to mess up this question. You can find the ratio of A in M, okay, or ratio of C in M, then B in M, then you can go to here. And but those will be just waste of time. We just need to focus on B. That's it. We know what is ratio of B, what is the part of B in M. We got it. Okay. So basically, this X plus Y is denoting the mixture of X and Y, which are being mixed in the ratio of 5:4. Okay, so this is very clear. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is based on compound interest. Again, this question is based on very simple concept. So in the beginning of the year 2014, a person invests some amount in a bank. In the beginning of 2017, the accumulated interest is 10,000 rupees. And in the beginning of 2020, the accumulated interest becomes 25,000. The interest rate is compounded annually and the annual interest rate is fixed. The principal amount is what we can say in case of 2014, in case of 2017, in case of 2020. Can we say if rate of interest is R, principal is P here, this will become P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power 3. And this will become P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power 6. But according to question, if this is P, then interest amount is 10,000 here. So this will become P plus 10,000. Okay. In this case, this will become P plus 25,000. Now, one very interesting thing you need to remember that in a gap of similar number of years, the ratio of amount upon previous principal is always same. Like from here to here, the multiplication factor is same. And that is 1 plus R by 100 cube. If you multiply 1 plus r by 100 cube, you are getting this one. And if you multiply 1 plus r by 100 cube, you are getting this one. Can we say that p plus 25 divided by p plus 10 will be equal to p plus 10 divided by p? Or we can write p square plus 25p will be equal to p square plus 20p plus 100. So here p will be cancelled out. We get 5p is equal to 100, or p is equal to 20. 20,000. We have taken these values in thousand. This is 10,000. This is 25,000. So P is basically nothing but 20,000, or we can write it as 20,000. Like, so which option is correct? Option C is correct. Very interesting question based on compound interest. Our next question, again, one more interesting question based on time, speed, and distance. It says Devanand's house is 50 kilometers west of Pradeep's house. On Sunday morning at 10 a.m., they leave their respective houses. Under which of the following scenarios the minimum distance between the two would be 40 kilometers? The minimum distance should be 40 kilometers. What do we know at this time is D is somewhere for 50 kilometers west of Pradeep, right? At 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning, they leave their respective houses. What is happening in scenario one? Devanand walks east at a constant speed of 3 kilometers east, like this, 3 kilometers per hour. This is Devanand. And Pradeep is going this side. Pradeep is going south at a constant speed of 4 kilometers per hour. Can we say, if we are talking about first scenario, that after X hours, after X hours, what will happen? The distance that Devanand has covered, the distance of Devanand from this point, this initial point, will be 50 minus 3x, right? And the distance of P from this point will be 4x, right? From this point, he is going with the speed of 4 kilometer per hour. He is going with the speed of 3 kilometer per hour. So somewhere they will meet something like this. So this will be the distance between P and D, okay? And this distance will be 4x. This distance will be 50 minus 3x. Overall distance we can find out by using Pythagoras theorem. So we can see here, as it says minimum distance should be 40. Let's see if it is possible here or not. So 50 minus 3x whole square plus 4x whole square should be equal to 40 square. Now let's see. Let's try to solve this. This will be equal to 2500 minus 300x plus 9x square plus 16x square is equal to 1600. Or this will be 25x square minus 300x. And this will become 900 is equal to 0. We can divide this by 50. 25, this will become x square minus 12x plus 30 is equal to 0. Or we can say x minus 6 whole square is equal to 0. Or x is equal to 6. So yes, that's possible. What will happen after x hours? After x is equal to 6 hours, the distance between D and this initial point will be 50 minus 18, which is equal to 32. And this D will be here from this initial point, and P will be here somewhere. This is 4x, so this distance will be 24. And the distance between them will be 40. So this is possible. First scenario is possible. What about the second scenario? So initially it has been given D and P are at 50 kilometer distance. Now let's check. Devanand walks south. So he is walking south with a speed of 3 kilometer per hour, and Pradeep walks east. So in that case, the distance will be increasing, right? Because he is going this side, Pradeep is going this side. We will have to take the minimum distance by again using Pythagoras. So this distance will keep increasing more than 50. This distance will keep increasing. So it will never be 40. Similarly, third scenario, it says Devanand walks west at a constant speed of 4. Devanand walks west at a constant speed of 4. So he is going west. Pradeep walks east. Again, they are moving in opposite direction. So the distance between them will keep increasing 50 and onwards. It will never be 40. So scenario third is also not possible. So our answer is option A, which is scenario 1. Only in scenario 1, the minimum distance between D and P could be 40 kilometers. Next question based on pipe and cisterns. Very interesting question. It says three pipes are connected to an inverted cone with its base at the top. Two inlet pipes A and B are connected to the top of cone and can fill the empty cone individually in 8 hours and 12 hours respectively. The outlet pipe C connected to the bottom can empty a filled cone in 4 hours. When the cone is completely filled with water, all three pipes are open. All three pipes are open in a completely filled cone. Two of the three pipes remain open for 20 hours continuously, and the third pipe remains open for a lesser time, so less than 20 hours. As a result, the height of the water inside the cone comes to 50%. This is very interesting part. This is our inverted cone. Okay, this is our inverted cone like this. It's filled with water like this. What happens here? That all three pipes, there is an outlet pipe C somewhere here. Okay, C is here. Let's say A is here. Okay, and B is here. C is here. After some time, when two of them were open for 20 hours and one of them was open for less than 20 hours, what happened? The water on the first half is not there now. Okay, this pipe have done some work, but the height is 1 by 2. What we can say, how much water has been taken out by the outlet. Can we find that out? Yes, surely. Can we say this is H? Then this will also be H, half the height, right? Okay. So now, can we say using the similar triangle property, these two triangles will be similar, right? Let's say this point is O, P, Q, R, S. Okay. Height is getting doubled, radius will also be doubled. So if this is R, this will become R square. Volume of this cone will be this portion, this whole portion. Okay. If this is 1 by 3 pi R square H, then this will be 1 by 3 pi 2H into 2R whole square. So this will be 1 is to 8. So ratio of volume of water to this smaller cone to the whole cone will be 1 is to 8. So basically 7 out of 8 part has been taken out by these three work. Okay. Now let's see. Let's see what we can do here. A takes 8 hours, B takes 12 hours, and C does the negative work in 4 hours. Let's say total volume of this, okay, cone is LCM of these three, which is 24 liter. Then what will be their efficiency? The efficiency of A will be 3 liter per hour, B will be 2 liter per hour, and C will be minus 6 liter per hour, the negative one. Can we say A plus B plus C will be taking out taking out 1 liter per hour, and initial volume is 24 liter. So in 20 hours, 24 minus 20 is equal to 4 liters are remaining if all three are working for 20 hours. But what part is remaining here? Only 1/8 of the part is remaining. So 1/8 of the total, which is 24, we can say 3 liter remains. Only 3 liter remains. And what part was taken out from the cone? Can we say it will be nothing but taken out volume will be 24 minus 3, which is equal to 21 liter. So in 20 hours, 20 liter was removed if all three are working. But as per the question, it was 21 liter. That means definitely either one of A or B was stopped before 20 hours, right? So what will happen here? A was open for 19 hours. So if A did not work for last hour, so 3 liters won't be filled for the last hours. So instead of 4, it was remained only 1 liter, right? So for 19 hours, minus 19 minus 4. So 23 liter will be taken out in this condition, which is not possible. Option B, it says pipe A was opened for 19 hours and 30 minutes. Again, 19 hours, 30 minutes. If A was not open for the last half an hour, the difference would be 1.5 liter. Again, 1.5 liter is not. We need to take the difference of 1 liter. Okay. Pipe B was open for 19 hours, 30 minutes. B is filling 2 hours, 2 liter per hour. If B was closed for last 30 minutes, so there will be a difference of 1 liter exactly. So if all three was working for 20 hours, total work done was 20 liter negative, right? For 20 hours, 20 liter negative, but because B was not working for last 30 minutes, so we will also have to count this 1 hour less. So total 20 plus 1, 21 liter was taken out in those time, and the remain quantity was 3 liters, which is, according to the question, half of the height. So what's our answer? Answer is C. We don't need to check the options further. You can check, but pipe C is not required. If pipe C was closed earlier, then the amount of water taken out would be lesser, not more. Here, it's more. Amount of water is more. So that's why only A or B was closed for some time. Next question, it says, Amrendra and Dharmendra are brothers. One day, they start at the same time from their home for Tata Nagar railway station in their respective cars. Amrendra took 25 minutes to reach the station. After reaching the station, Amrendra found that Dharmendra is 2,500 meters away from the station. The distance of Tata Nagar station from their respective home, from their home, is 15 kilometers. So basically, this is home, and this is Tata Nagar. The distance in, we can say this is 15 kilometer or 15,000 meter, we can say. What do we have? We have that in 25 minutes, Amrendra covered this. A covered this from here to here. in 25 minutes. Can we say speed of A must be 600 meter per minute? But in case of Dharmendra, he was able to cover 2500 lesser distance. So he must have covered 12,500 meter in how much time? In those 25 minutes. So his speed, the speed of Dharmendra must be 12,500 upon 25, which is 500 meter per minute. So how much time he requires exactly to cover this distance? So to cover this 2500, he requires 5 minutes more. Okay, 25 minutes here and 5 minutes more. So a total time of 30 minutes is required for Dharmendra to cover the distance between his home to his to the Tatanagar station. Now it says that now it says next day Dharmendra decided to start 7 minutes early. If they drive at the speed same as previous day, then Amrendra will reach the station. Amrendra will reach the station. So Dharmendra started 7 minutes earlier, right? Amrendra take 25 minutes. So Dharmendra takes have a total of 32 minutes, but he will reach there in 30 minutes. So basically, Dharmendra is reaching 2 minutes before Amrendra there. So it says 120 minutes earlier than Dharmendra. No, Dharmendra is reaching there earlier. Next, it says 120 seconds later than Dharmendra. Yes, correct. Because now Dharmendra will take a total of 30 minutes while he has 32 minutes. Amrendra will reach there in 25 minutes as per his time. If he is starting at 10 o'clock, okay, any time we can take. If he is starting at 10 o'clock, he will reach there at 10:25. But this guy is starting, Dharmendra is starting at 9:53. He will take 30 minutes, so he will reach there at 10:23. So you can see Amrendra will reach 2 minutes after Dharmendra. Option B is correct. Now, again, next question is also very interesting. Try to solve every question. Okay. You can always pause the screen, then solve it, then check the solution. That's much better way to watch the solutions. In this question, it says Rakesh walks to and fro to a shopping mall. He spends 30 minutes shopping. If he walks at a speed of 10 kilometer an hour, he returns to home at 7 hours. If he walks at 15 kilometer an hour, he returns to home at 6, 8, 18:30 hours. So half an hour lesser. How fast must he walk in order to return home at 18:50 hours? So the difference, see, the 30-minute shopping is everywhere, right? In each case, with each speed, 30-minute shopping is there. Okay. So we can simply ignore that. What we can say that when he was going with a speed of uh, 10 kilometer per hour, if time taken by him is x hours, so the time taken by him when he was going with 15 kilometer per hours will be x plus 30 or x plus half 30 minutes, or we can say x plus 1 by 2 hours. So we can see that the ratio of speed must be inverse of ratio of time. Okay. This will be equal to 10x is equal to 15x plus 7.5, or 5x will be equal to, 1 second, the 15. Okay, this should be lesser time here, x minus. Okay, this will be x minus. Okay, so now it will be 5x is equal to 7.5, or x is equal to 1.5 hours. So time taken by him in this case was 90 minutes, right? In this case, it will be 60 minutes. And the time at which he is reaching his home was 7 o'clock here. At this place, it's 6:30 o'clock, okay, 6:30. But he wants to reach his home at 6:15. 6:15 hours. So time taken by him in this case must be only 45 minutes. The travel time for him will be 45 minutes. So what should be his speed? Now you can see with the 10 kilometer per hour, he is taking 90 minutes. So now in this case, time is getting half. So his speed must be doubled in this case. His speed must be doubled. So this will be 20 kilometer per hour. Then only he will take 45 minutes to travel, go and fro, to and fro, and he will reach his home at 6:15 hours. The initial time you can find out, like, see, if it was 90 minutes, so 45 minutes going, so 7 o'clock, he must have reached there at 6:15, where he must have reached shopping mall at 6:15, left the shopping mall at 6:15. He shopped for 30 minutes. He must have reached there 4:45. So he must have started at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, he reached for 5:45, shopping, and then traveled. In each case, you can see this. 5 o'clock, okay. Then in this case, 30 minutes, so 5:30 when his speed was 15 kilometer per hour. So this is the shopping time. This is where he shopped. So now he is shopping here till 6 o'clock. And now he will reach at 6:30. He's home, he will reach at 6:30. In case of 20 kilometer per hour, again, he will start at 5 o'clock. He will reach there at 45 by 2, after 45 by 2 minutes, then half an hour shopping. And then, so the shopping part is in each case, so we can simply ignore that. And we can work with ratio of speed and ratio of time. Okay. Now, this question is based on clocks. Sometimes we see questions based on clocks in XAT, and those are very simple questions. Sometimes those could be tricky questions where if concept is not clear, you can simply do some mistake. Okay, but this is a very simple question. It says in a clock having a circular scale of 12 hours, when time changes from 7:45 a.m. to 7:47 a.m., by how many degrees the angle formed by the hour hand and the minute hand changes. So first of all, at any time, HHMM, if you want to find the angle theta, theta will be equal to 30H minus 5.5 M. Why 5.5? So for every hour, angle made by the hour hand is 30 degree. From 12 to 1, 30 degree. 1 to 2, 30 degree. In 12 hours, 360 degree. So in 1 hour, 30 degree. So this 30H for that. But the minute hand covers 360 degree in 60 minutes. So that is 6 degree per minute. And hour hand covers 30 degree per minute, means half degree, 30 degree per hour. That is half degree per minute. So minute hand 6 degree per minute, hour hand half degree per minute. So the difference of angles covered by them will be 5.5 degree per minute. The minute hand is taking 5.5 degree lead every minute with respect to hour hand. That's why this. So in that case, if you want to find what we can say, minute hand takes a lead of 5.5 degree per minute with respect to hour hand. Okay. So in that case, 45 minute hand will be at 9, above 7. At 47 again, it will be a little bit above 9. 7, the hour hand will be somewhat close to 7. So there is no tricky situation here. So in 2 minutes, the angle will change by 5.5 into 2, which is equal to 11 degree. That's your answer. Answer is option B, straight away. But this question could be tricky. Now you can see, says in a clock having circular scale of 12 hours, when time changes from 7:36 a.m. to 7:40 a.m., by how many degrees the acute angle found by the hour hand, minute hand changes. So as per the last question, answer should be straight away 5.5 into 4, which is equal to 22 degree. You can mark D and you can move to the next question, but that would be wrong. This is wrong approach. Why? You can see that 7:36, 36 is between 7 to 8. So minute hand is between 7 to 8, hour hand is between 7 to 8 in both the cases, right? So there must be some tricky situation here. Let's try to find out the angle in first situation at 7:36. Okay, the angle theta 1 will be equal to 30h minus 5.5 into 36, which will be equal to, this is 7, 7 into 30. So 210 minus, this will be 180 plus 18, which is equal to 198. This is equal to 12 degree. But if we check what is theta 2 at 740, okay, this will be equal to 30 into 7 minus 5.5 into 40 divided by, this will be 210 minus 220. So this is 12 degrees, right? This is 10 degrees. This is 10 degrees. Okay. Now you can see, instead of increasing, the angle between hour hand and minute hand is decreasing, right? Let me check the calculation once again. This is 11 into 18. Yes, 198, 12 degrees. This is 210 minus 220. Yes, 10 degrees. So instead of increasing with the time, the angle is basically decreasing. What is happening here? So in the first scenario, what is happening is the minute hand is before the hour hand. This minute hand is before the hour hand, but at 7:40, the minute hand has surpassed the hour hand. So previously this was the angle, now this is the angle. This was 12 degree and now this is 10 degree. This is what it says. By how many degrees the acute angle formed by the hour hand and the minute hand changes. So the acute angle, we are talking about the acute angle. Okay. It's not about by what degrees the minute hand has taken a lead on our hand. Then it will be 22 degrees. 12 plus 10, 22. Or 5.5 into 4. Not 5.5 into 4. Yes, which is 22. But in this case, we need to find the difference in the acute angles. So the difference will be 12 minus 10, which is equal to 2 degree. So our answer is E, none of the above. Not 22, not 10, not 11, not 15. Very interesting question, right? I hope you understood the part of clocks where you need to be careful while solving, right? So with this, we are done with this arithmetic session. If you have any kind of problems, any kind of doubts regarding these questions, let me know in the comments. And if any kind of feedback, let me know. I will try to improvise my solutions next time. Okay. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.